Explosives and weapons ready.
Hey guys, it's Ruben here, bringing you part 11 of my Evil Within 2 classic difficulty walkthrough. And this one focuses on chapter 11 and chapter 12. Yes guys, I'm going to do both those chapters in one shot because I feel like chapter 12 is really simple. I mean, in retrospect, to me it's simple because I found an easy way to get through it. I'm sorry for saying that it was easy, but it is hard. Of course it's hard. It's just if you can stealth through it, you can pretty much get through that entire area without having to worry too much about it. And it's a short chapter, so I wanted to, not separate these two. Like, chapter 11 and chapter 12 are pretty short in my opinion, so I put them together in one nice video. So last time we finished chapter 10. If you guys managed to finish chapter 10, pat yourself on the back because it's one of the hardest chapters in the game. Well, the beginning of it. So right here, I run around, grab some coffee, I pick up the freeze bolt. Make sure you pick up the freeze bolt. Extremely important, extremely powerful aspect to your arsenal because it can freeze any enemy. Can give you the breathing space that you need. I usually use it and shatter enemies in one shot. Like, I don't think it works on the Shrieker enemies, but every other enemy type it freezes, normal enemy types. It doesn't work on the creepy crawlers, it doesn't work on the acid fume monster, and it doesn't work on the Shriekers, I'm pretty sure. But the flame on guys, yeah, you can freeze them and hit them with your punches, and they will instantly die. So right now we're going through chapter 11. It's basically one long sequence where you're looking for a chip in someone's head, and after that you're going to be having a boss fight with a flamethrower cultist. I've heard that the guy's name is actually called the Harbinger, the flamethrower Harbinger. And if you're wondering what happened here is, in chapter 7, Sykes gives you a quest that you have to go into the marrow to do. I didn't want to waste ammo, nor does it really matter if you save him or not, so I basically just not do the quest, and he dies. Spoiler alert, he dies if you don't help him out in chapter 7. If you want to help him out, that's up to you, but I really didn't want to waste ammo nor waste my time doing it. And if he dies, you can pick up an axe on his body. And right here, if you come into this room, you can pick up some gunpowder. In every other difficulty, there's usually like freeze arrows in here, but hey, it gives you one gunpowder in a nice looking box. It seems stupid in my opinion. So right here, we're gonna go back to the safe house Hoffman was in, but she's not gonna be here. There's gonna be some new items here you can pick up. I think you can pick up a fuse, and I'm going to skip this because it's a giant cutscene, but basically you're going to have to go in search of Hoffman in this chapter. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like O'Neill, right? So right here, you can pick up some coffee if you want. I already drank coffee in the previous one. I pick up the fuse because that is important. When we get through this hallway, there's going to be a dead body with a ammo upgrade pouch. I don't remember exactly which gun it is for, but make sure you pick it up. Because, every little bit helps. If you can carry more ammo, why not, right? To the room to the right, there really isn't anything worthwhile. So don't go in there because there are a couple enemies and oh, shotgun ammo pouch. Perfect. It's actually very useful. That you pick this up because shotgun ammo is so useful to have around. And I think that's the only ammo pouch for shotguns I pick up throughout the entire game. So I just freeze there, I don't know why. But I'm gonna, I think, skip through this loading screen, hopefully. Okay, I don't, regardless. So the next sequence is going to be a sequence where you're gonna have to stealth through. And I'm gonna show you a perfect stealth path where you can take out I only take out really one enemy, and I managed to get through the entire area without any problems. So right here, you can go back and make some more ammo if you want, but I just come here to pick up some ammo, and I leave. I told you guys, from here on, every save that I make is actually essential. It's actually very useful to make those saves at those moments. I'll give you suggestions, like the before chapter 10 save is actually definitely needed because you will die at least once or twice in chapter 10, at the start of chapter 10. I highly advise you guys to make that save. The next save that I make is during chapter 13, right before the Firewalker section. That's right, guys. Chapter 10, chapter 11, 12, a little bit of 13. That's at least an hour and a half worth of content where I don't make saves. So be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you see these videos, watch what the enemies do so you can kind of emulate the same scenario so you don't deviate too much and it doesn't mess you up. Because I died once after getting to chapter 13 from a flamethrower guy, and it was the most frustrating experience. So right here, after you get that little scene with Hoffman, I go and shoot that locker key, I grab it, I grab that fuse, and I'm literally going to skip every other aspect of this room. There is an anima event if you shoot that, I don't know, that panel with a shock bolt, but I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to slowly get myself upstairs. There are 2 zombies in the middle of the second floor. So I go over there to pick up an item because I know after I pick up the chip that you need to get access to the inside of that area, there's going to be a zombie right here. So I won't get another chance to pick it up. So I pick it up right there. And we're going to go into room number 2 up here. And there's going to be a health pouch upgrade. It's going to be your final one, which means you can carry, I think, 6 health packs, I think. Health syringes, whatever you want to call it. Useful. Make sure you pick it up because it will help you out. Having more medical syringes in your thing, it is 6, basically. So that's good. Pick it up. There's some, I think, gunpowder to the right. And then there is a herb all the way at the far end. Once you pick that up, you can react with the residual memory if you want. It doesn't trigger anything, so you're safe on that end. So the first time I got here, I went and picked up the chip, and I was coming back the same way we take right now, and a zombie saw me, and I had to use a lot of ammo. So right there, one zombie's eating another corpse, but then when you try to approach that zombie to do a stealth kill, another zombie drops from the top, so be very careful about that. Make sure you stock up on your bottles, because you're going to be needing it in the coming chapters. And it's the chapter 11 boss, the boss that we're going to face in literally like 5 minutes. That boss, in my opinion, has way too much health. He has the most health in the entire game. So right here I come to see if there's any other items. Really, you don't need to do what I'm doing. So learn from the video. Don't make the same mistake. It's literally another 10 seconds, but when you're playing for this long without saving, you're nervous. Your mind gets really messed up, and mine was really messed up because I got to the chapter 13, I died, so I was impatient on many of these sequences. Like, if you would have seen my original run through this chapter, it was very slow. I took my time with it. So right here, if you want to know what the code is, you can go read the computer over there, but the code is just 0128, so you can enter that. I'm going to skip this sequence because it's disgusting. Right. It drills through the head, and it's not that I'm squeamish or anything, but if I have the option to skip it and not show it, I wouldn't, because it's kind of disgusting in my opinion. So you'll make sure you pick up that chip, because otherwise nothing changes. Once you pick it up, it triggers all the enemies to spawn. It activates all the red lights. The power goes out. So right here, instead of going back the way we came, we're going to take the right route, because there's going to be one enemy that spawns, brand new, and it's going to be eating on the corpse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a bottle behind it, and the moment it turns around, I'm going to go and stab it. And that is the only enemy we're going to fight in this sequence. I could have done this without, I don't know, killing any enemy, but that's not the stipulation, right? It's not like a no-kill run. It's, I'm just saying that this whole area can be skipped if you choose to, if you really want to. So right here, come in there, go get a nice stealth kill, and right after that, we're going to go down, and we're going to skip the poisonous fume monster, because there is one, and there's two enemies eating on a corpse right beside the main door, where you need to, get scanned. And there's one shrieker, to the right of these stairs. we're going to take the path of the Shrieker, but we're going to avoid her completely because we don't want to fight her. We can't instant stealth kill her, so we're going to avoid this entire sequence. I would advise you guys to have a smoke bolt ready or a freeze bolt ready, just in case if the zombies see you and you need to you need that extra 5 seconds for the door to open. I get unlucky and I get seen, so I just run to the entrance to the boss area. But the other 2 times I tried it, I tried it on Nightmare where I wanted to emulate this run to see if it actually would be reproducible. It was. The enemy really didn't see me. So what I would suggest is right here, technically she can't see you. Don't worry about it. You can just be careful when you slowly walk away. Don't run. She will hear you. So right here, have a bottle ready to throw it past the poisonous fume monster. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting it ready. The reason being, she can instantly turn around and ruin this entire sequence. So I'm going to throw it all the way there, and I'm going to slowly walk towards the door. So these 2 zombies can't see me yet. But the moment the door starts opening, they will start hearing you. So right here, I'm going to get seen by that zombie, and I'm going to bolt. That's it. I'm not going to take any more chances. You see that? The thing got me from all the way there. Don't worry in this sequence right here, because they can't cross those ledges. It's like they have a leash. They can't go past that certain area. They're just stuck there. If you want to take shots at them, kill them, that's up to you, but I am not going to bother with that. So guys, this is the boss fight room. I would say get acclimated to this entire area. What I mean by that is go around, look around for exit spots, look around for spots where you can hide. There's some shotgun shells there, there's some handgun bullets over there. Whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable to this room. Because, yeah, there's a little bit of detection problem there. Because this boss fight is really easy and can be really hard depending on, I don't know, how the boss behaves. Because I've had a situation where my friend said when he fought it, 1 shot from the flamethrower instantly killed him. And I can tell you, I've taken 2 to 3 shots before, so it's really awkward. So this is where I waste a ton of smoke bolts, because the smoke bolt is very useful in the sense where you can go up to them and stealth stab them. But this boss's detection is the wonkiest crap I've ever seen in this game. This is absolute jank in this game. I hate this boss because he ruins everything. So right there, he takes a shot. Make sure to use your smoke bolt because you're going to be needing it. I would advise you guys not even try this. You saw that. How long did I wait before that stealth stab animation came into it? Like, I didn't even get a chance for a while. I would advise you guys to not use your smoke bolts here because it's actually a waste of time. What I would suggest you guys do is use your handgun ammo because there's plenty handgun ammo lying around. If you can, and if you're really good at aiming in this game, so I tried to get a stab one more time, the detection is garbage. So after this point I decide it's not worth it and I start shooting him. But the strategy I would give you guys is, if you have handgun ammo, use it. Don't get hit by the flames like I do. Run around this entire area. It's basically a giant square, so you can run around, leash him towards you, or kite him towards you. Kite is the right word. Towards you, and shoot him in the head. Headshots do a lot of damage, even with the pistol. So do as much damage as you can, and when you see him aim his gun at you, run away. Run away to the next section and wait for him to show up, and then you can shoot him a little bit more. So basically what you want to do is to use up your handgun ammo until it runs out, or he goes into phase 2. When he goes into phase 2, he's more aggressive, so he starts chasing you a little bit, and this is me testing if those things actually break. They do. Don't shoot them when they're right beside you. That was stupid. But you can actually hide here and get a backstab on him if you're smart. I'm not. I get seen here, so I toss a freeze bolt, which is very, very good, and I have an axe which I can use, but for some reason I don't use it. I'm using my shotgun ammo because it's actually very effective against him. Shotgun does a ton of damage. Sniper rifles also do a ton of damage. And I'm using it. And if you're wondering why I'm not aiming for the head, is because I'm not really good at aiming for the head. I told you guys about my injury with my right arm, so I can't really aim really well. So I take the biggest area I can shoot at, which is the body. So right here, the flames can do damage to you. Not too much, but it's still enough to hurt you a lot. All I'm trying to do is, since it's round 2, when I say round 2 is since it's the second phase, I know he's going to chase me around. So what I try to do is I just try to take a couple shots, run around, take a couple shots, run around, and this is basically my plan. I do use a couple different bolts just to see if things would work. I'm going to try to do a smoke bomb. It hits around the column and it kind of really doesn't get him, so I'm just like, what a waste. Learn from me, guys. Smoke bombs are effective if you can actually... I'm gonna get hit here. Oh my god. I don't even know how I survived that hit. So yeah. Learn from me. Don't do what I do. So he kind of hits himself, which is weird. I've actually never seen that. I actually get a headshot there, which is interesting. I'm never usually able to get a headshot. So right here, I turn on the water sprinklers because I kind of need it. I do use a explosive bolt because it also does some damage. Basically use whatever you can and run away as much as you can. It's basically a cat and mouse game where the mouse does some damage whenever it gets a chance, whenever the cat makes a mistake, which is him just not doing much. So right here I used a shock bolt to get 2 shots off, and I tried to use one more shock bolt just so I can get 2 more shots off. Actually, okay. That's one more thing you guys need to worry about. If he's coming out of the animation from the earlier shock bolt, the second shock bolt won't put him in that stunned animation. So you guys need to watch out. Wait until he starts moving before you waste another bolt. I learned that through the hard way of wasting my ammo, but hope you guys can learn from me and not have to waste that same amount of ammo. So right here, I'm gonna pretty much end the fight. I use a couple, I use a sniper rifle ammo, a shot from the sniper rifle, and then I finish it off with a couple, so right there. You see, I have this, I even use my axe. Oh my god, that's rare that I use my axe, because I only keep it for specific moments, such as shriekers. But to see me use an axe is that usually means I'm frustrated with this fight and I want to end it as quickly as possible. The axe does do a considerable amount of damage, but if you guys are wondering why I ran towards the boss, is because in many games when a boss goes down, it's this tendency that you can go up to them and do some kind of contextual damage. I was hoping this game had something like that, and it doesn't. If you're wondering, same strategy, not really much. If you have explosive bolts, this would go really fast. So he hits that thing by himself, he doesn't freeze, and I get the last shot on his head, which is super lucky. I pick up the flamethrower after the fight, even though I really don't fix it, because yeah, he's saying if I found the right parts, but I don't actually try to fix it because it's a waste of time. The Harbinger enemies, the flamethrower cultist enemies, they have the most health out of any enemy I've come across in this game, and I honestly don't want to waste my ammo. You can say the Guardians have more health, which is true, but if you're looking at it, the Guardian is actually a huge monster. It looks like it should have that kind of health, but the flamethrower enemies, you shoot the tank or something and it should explode, or I don't know, he just seems like a wimpy enemy, someone that you should take out in a couple headshots. But no, I tested it once. It took me like 11 sniper rifle headshots for him to go down, which is quite a lot, and sometimes it doesn't even go that way. So right here I'm going back because I know there was some handgun ammo, so I picked that up. Hoffman, I just slammed the door on her head. That is ridiculous that he even allows you to do that. That's actually ridiculous. I've actually never seen that happen. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the room that they were in, and right there's a mirror. If you guys are feeling pressured, if you think you need to save, don't, because part like chapter 12 is not that hard as you'd think it would be. You can go back if you want to make some bullets. I do actually do that. I go in, I make some bullets because I know the next area is going to come up. Now, if you're wondering, I don't use too much bullets. I basically use one shotgun, I think a couple shotgun bullets, and that's about it. And I basically, the last area of chapter 12, I just run it. I just gun it because you can. That's my simple answer. There are many items you can loot around that area. I am going to completely avoid as many items as I can because when you pick them up, enemies start getting up, and I don't like that. I don't like that mechanic where when you go for loot, they come and attack you. It's disgusting. It's I hate that motive. But right here, I'm just thinking of what to do. I'm like, should I save? I mean, we've gone through so much, and I realized, nah, we can still do this. There's some gunpowder right there, and when you go inside that room, you're gonna have a giant cutscene. It's not a cutscene, it's like a contextual cutscene where you can skip it by tapping X like an idiot, which doesn't make sense. Why can't we just hold circle to skip it like every other scene? That's what I mean. Like, sometimes the game does a good job of giving us, like, you know, cutscenes to gameplay where the transition is really smooth, and sometimes it gives us this crap where you have to tap X. So before you talk to Taurus and start mission 12 or chapter 12, go behind the machine, pick up your locker key, and then talk to her and start mission 12. Now I'm going to skip the cutscene here because it's a long one, and I'm going to start us in chapter 12. The moment you start, there's an enemy directly to your right, so I'm going to go all the way to the left, and there's some goodies over here. Now, right here, there's going to be an enemy, and I'm basically just going to wait until he comes towards me, and I'm going to shoot him, because I tried backing up to, like in my first attempt, I tried backing up to see if he would actually go away. He didn't. He would actually chase me the entire level. So he drops an axe. Most of these enemies have axes on their hand, so that's actually good. So I reload, I pick up that shotgun shell. There is an enemy to the left. That's the path I'm going to take. I'm going to go all the way to the left and then go to the gate. There is an enemy to the left, and he's also holding an axe. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk up to him, axe him, and then pick up his axe. It works out nicely over here. I tried stealthing around him, but he sees me, and I'm like, whatever. Axe his head off, pick up his axe. Perfect. So right there, the Bloater Enemy. If you have full health, you can survive an attack. But if you have less than like 80% health, it's an insta-kill, so be careful. It's happened to me twice in chapter 13. So be careful, guys. So right here, I'm going to go to this piece of cover. Try to go as far away from that enemy because he can see you. But I come to this cover and I wait until he makes his routine. He basically comes towards me. I peek around the corner. And the moment he turns, I'm going to start moving towards him and I stealth takedown. I do a stealth takedown on him. I wish Sebastian moved faster when he's doing his... he's moved. I should have moved way faster. But it's okay. I have an axe in my hand. It's not a big deal. I come here and I take him out. That's one enemy down. And there's some gunpowder to the right. He also dropped gunpowder. Wow. I'm surprised. Enemies normally don't do that. But there is an enemy directly towards my right that's on the floor. It's basically acting like it's sleeping. You can trigger it by two ways. If, like, I run towards this enemy, bad idea, because it hears me and it comes towards me and explodes. And I get hit. I'm sorry. I wanted to flawless this area, but regardless. He hits me, I gotta heal. It's gotta happen. I basically used the big heal. And because that enemy exploded, the enemy right there that I was talking about towards the right, see that other enemy also heard it too. But she's gonna go back. Don't worry about her. She's gonna go back to eating because she doesn't see anything. But the enemy directly in front of me is gonna stand up. But it's kind of awkward because he stands up and he doesn't see me. So if you guys want to do this part where I'm going from the left, actually go behind him, because he will stand up directly in front of you, and he will be looking away, and you can instantly stealth kill him. I've tested this in Nightmare, and it actually works. And that's only if that bloater explodes. If it doesn't explode, you can actually go to or like behind it and get a backstab on it. So that's actually a really nice thing. If you want to take it out stealthily, you don't have to worry about this enemy. Go behind it and backstab it. One backstab kills that big enemy. You'd think that kind of bloater would have like a lot of health, but no, one backstab, it's done. So right here, you're pretty safe right now to open the gate, so do so, because there's actually nothing left in this area. There are a couple items towards the right of this area, but I'm not going to go there because there's more enemies to deal with. And for me, I'm sweating because I've gone through chapter 10, I've gone through chapter 11, and you know, I haven't saved. I've just went through a tough boss battle, so I'm nervous. And you will see my nervousness in chapter 13 when I'm taking my time a lot, because I don't save until I get right before the Firewalker section, and that's a long way, guys. That's a long way to get to. So right here, the moment he turns left, you can go behind him and backstab him, but I really don't care about him. I just slowly get away from his circumference of hearing, basically how far he can hear, and I slowly walk away. Basically stick to your right path the entire way. There's no enemies on this side, which also means all the goodies is on the left side, but that's the reason we're gonna go on the right side, because I don't want to get hit, I don't want to fight any enemies. I don't want this entire scenario to be wasted, because I did pretty good on chapter 10, like really well on chapter 10. I did horrible on chapter 11 I did pretty well until I got to the boss, but then this is a solid run and I don't want to waste it, so I'm just gonna take the safest option out of here. So when you get to this far end, if you go all the way to the middle, you're gonna have an interaction with Lily's doll. It's gonna give you some more cutscene. It's gonna put you, yeah, it's gonna put you in the third area of chapter 12, and this is the final section. So right here, you see those machines in the far end. I don't have my light on because there's a zombie to my right that can actually see me. Be careful, don't go towards the right of these these turbines, because there will be enemies there. Actually, if you walk slowly, you can actually skip this entire part. That's exactly what I'm doing. Wow, I'm actually being gutsy over here, because there are a couple enemies. I don't even know why I'm going real fast. I should be going slow. But that zombie sees me, and I start running, because, yeah, I don't know why I'm not running faster. I should be running fast. But once you get past this area, behind the turbine, there's going to be a... You saw what was right behind me? That was a creepy crawler. There are 2 creepy crawlers at the very end over here, and there's 2 creepy crawlers at the starting of the area. So if you take the path I take, and the moment the zombie wakes up, just run towards this exit. Or, you know, if you can do it stealthily, do it. Where I said where we were going right, instead go left, that's where you should have taken your left, because the zombie woke up. If I had went left, the zombie wouldn't have woken up, and I would have been perfect. This area would have been totally, you know, easily. I would have gone through it with full stealth. But oh well, I run towards this area, and before I go down, I go pick up some gunpowder. I want to skip this entire sequence because it's gonna give you a giant cutscene, and then you're gonna wake up in your house. And this is pretty much the end of the video. All you have to do is go down and interact with the letter at the kitchen table, and that's gonna end chapter 12. You're gonna get a giant cutscene with Hoffman, Taurus, all that good stuff, and it's gonna start chapter 13. So I'm just gonna end it right here, guys. Hopefully it helped. The last section in chapter 12, like the last area, got really tricky over there, but if you guys can run it, and if you really need to, use a smoke bomb to get away. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope it helped. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, take care, guys.
But I should have believed her.